पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है, इतना है, ये इतना है चुनावे का हो जाए कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते नाम तो से दूर अगर मगर शायद से वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क है, बस इतना सा। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी आपकी हम सबकी अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूँ, कि हाँ मैं बना हूँ उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत पर नामुमकिन ही नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन बस इतना सा छाँव में फर्क, बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello everyone, I would like to welcome you all at the fifth day of India's biggest digital franchisee show, which will help you to understand the greatest business opportunities we have with Franchisee India. Today we have Mr. Mudassar, Mr. Varun, and Mr. Yogesh at our panel. I would like to welcome our director, Ms. Sonya Chowdhry, who is the managing director at Franchisee India. She would like to tell us about the brand, which is Direct English. It's an educational brand, which is internationally here. So I would like to welcome here Ms. Sonya Chowdhry.
Thank you, Neha. Friends, a very good evening to all of you. And first and foremost, I'd like to all be welcomed on this Bharat Franchise Show. It is a series that we conduct almost every 2 months. And this is a back-to-back series which goes on for about 7 to 8 days, where we bring in 7 to 8 opportunities on an average every day to our business buyers. So in this series for this time, we have selected about 50 odd companies who would come and present. And today being the fourth day, we have already done almost about 25 odd opportunities that we covered in the last 4 odd days. And along with me, friends, we also have on the panel, we have our teams. We also have our independent franchise consultants, our partners who've also joined to lead the panel alongside me. So introducing Mr. Mudassar, he hails from South India, and he also leads our region from there. And he also represents certain opportunities for the region. We have Mr. Yogesh, who's part of our training and development team based out of at New Delhi, and also Varun, who is our head, who typically, he leads opportunities with respect to any real estate that you own, and also a lot of retail opportunities, which he works with prospective investors. And apart from Direct English, so while I'm here, in the capacity of both as a part of the management of Franchise India, and also a very interesting opportunity, friends, which I wanted to bring and share with all of you. And I'll set a little perspective also on the opportunity which I'm bringing and presenting. And this is a small presentation which I perhaps wanted to be taken through. And so this opportunity, friends, is called Direct English. And this is a company which is based out of UK. So we, through our company called Aptitude Studios, have taken the master franchise rights for the Indian territory. And this has been almost about 3 odd months. And while we have known this business, the brand and the management for quite some time, but it is only recently that we decided to formalize our relationship and bring this opportunity for India. So I'll talk about Direct English on the opportunity size, how big it is. I'll talk about the qualification criteria. I'll talk about the business model briefly, and the territories which are available for Direct English in India. And starting first and foremost, why Direct English? So, at Franchise India, we worked with nearly 8,000 companies. We brought them into franchising, nearly 470 odd companies that we brought to India as a master franchise, or we work with these companies to bring them to the Indian market is how I would put them. So opportunity is where, we see a very big value creation. And so as a company also, we're very selective about whom we want to partner. Direct English was one such opportunity that we felt very, very bullish about. So that being, I would say the very first reason. Second, United Kingdom service providers enjoy a big international credibility across the English language training value chain, which also makes direct English a very obvious choice for India. The business model of direct English has been made after studying the Indian market, the competition, the presence, I would say demand, pricing, and so to, it is able to sort of, compete at both national and international level of the magnitude. So the comparison that we have done is with, I would say, apple to apple players. For India, we are inviting applications for both area franchisees and unit franchisees. And we have already started to open up our conversations with many prospective business partners, I would say. I'm also happy to announce on this platform that as I speak, we have already closed one area developer for Northeast, and we are soon coming up with one center in the region. And also at certain serious stages of discussion with some partners in Kerala, Telangana, Delhi, and also Himachal Pradesh, while conversations for other regions are also ongoing. So I'll start with giving a little understanding on how big the market size is, how big the opportunity is. And when we look at English as a language, the global market size is humongous. It is very, very huge. It is worth $50 billion, and it is still growing, right? It is the third most spoken native language globally. It is the second most widely learned language. It is spoken by almost 1.5 billion people across 94 regions in the world. And also there was a survey that was done for the year 2023, and English happens to be the highest paid foreign language in 2023. Looking at, how big the opportunity in India is, if I talk about the numbers, this is almost about $5 billion as an industry, where the demand today also for upskilling, study abroad, talent, especially in retail business, the requirement is enormous, because today we have a very strong language skill that can open up many career opportunities in industries like IT, BPO, KPO, and others. And the proficiency in the language is something which is considered very, very essential for certain jobs, maybe high-paying jobs in certain areas. And it is considered to be a valuable employability skill. And hence, I would say demand overall is very, very big for this opportunity. Now, looking at the total addressable market, how big the market is for this opportunity, we can put the market or slice this market broadly into three segments. One is business to consumer, B2C. We have B2B, which is business to business. And then we have business to government, which is B2G. Now, business to consumer is the biggest segment. This is almost about 80% segment of the entire ELT providers in India. And also for direct English, this is a main area of focus. When I say B2C segment, typically it would include retail, it includes hospitality, it includes ITES, which is information technology enabled services. They are in demand, and also, it will add value to the sector-based skills which are acquired by individuals to make them more employable. Now, on the B2B segment, there is also a strong opportunity case for ELT market in India, which covers segments like schools, institutions, and also, I would say, corporates, which are requiring these courses for their executive at various levels. And third is your business to government, where government also give training for their blue-collared employees, and English centers are used to offer these trainings. Now, understanding also, what is the differentiator, what direct English is bringing in, or I would say the problem which it has been solving. There was also a survey some years back that was done by an international education company in Switzerland, which ranked India. They did a survey for about 50 odd countries. And amongst these 50 odd countries, India ranked almost at about, 12th, 14th, I think 12th or 14th. And this was also under the English Proficiency Index. And it came in the third category level. So there is a moderate level, there is a high level of proficiency, and there is a very high level of proficiency. And India came in the third category level, which is a moderate level of proficiency when it talks about the proficiency people in India have in communicating of the language. So the potential market of English language training in India, therefore, is very, very substantial. And while it might look like there are many players, from domestic players to international companies in the entire ELT space, there is still a very big gap because the quality level at which most of the players are operating is very, very low. And the reason is because this is a non-formal sector, and there are no regulations, or I would say guidelines, which are laid by the government for setting up a ELT center in the country, which means that there is no regulation regarding the minimum quality standard in terms of the teaching, the quality of the staff or the faculty, I would say, the content which is offered, and the framework, certification, even the level of education, or I would say curriculum, infrastructure. So somebody who's not able to compete on all these parameters are offering these services as as a commodity and as a maybe a throwaway prices. So this is a differentiator which Direct English is bringing from a consumer perspective. Now, with the ELT space given, there is also a need to bring a common globally acceptable standard. And that's where a very big, I would say, differentiator Direct English is bringing on the table. So I'll talk a little bit on the opportunity, friends. If you have any questions, do feel free to take it. I'll be happy to take it up. So Direct English is a pioneer and a global leader in the ELT space. It comes with nearly 120 years of heritage in language training to students across the world, from the mother company Linguaphone Group, which is headquartered in London. And Linguaphone Group has also been always, all the 120 years, which is more than a century, they have been a pioneer in language learning and publishing. The group today operates in markets across the world via their language learning brands, which includes Pingu English, Linguaphone UK, and obviously Direct English. And Direct English was established in 1997, and they today operate through both their physical centers as well as their online group training, which they call as Direct English. So I'll put the presentation on the screen for your reference, friends, and let me know if there are any questions that you want us to take up. I'll also request Neha if we can put maybe an email ID and also a hotline number where people can reach out to us.
Yes, ma'am.
So, friends, this is the opportunity, and you see on the screen, this company comes with 120 years of heritage. Just a moment. And nearly 75 odd English schools, Direct English schools, are operating worldwide in markets which are in more than 20 countries, which includes obviously Asia. We are there in Middle East. We are there in Europe. And nearly 1,000 classes every year company conducts online. And you can also read through, if you look at their entire framework, they're completely aligned to the common European framework, which is internationally recognized. And there are not many players in India who have a curriculum like that. So these are the locations, I would say, countries where the opportunity currently exists, and all the locations where you see on the screen, these are all partnerships which Direct English has done through a master franchisee in these countries, which includes obviously Bahrain, Bulgaria. India is through Aptitude Studios, Israel, Indonesia, Iraq, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Myanmar, Portugal, and Saudi Arabia happens to be a very big potential market for them. They're there in Singapore, Sudan, Thailand, Turkey, and in Vietnam. He's a very important name when it comes to English. Even if you Google Louis Alexander, you would read a lot about this great legend. And he was the reason, I would say, English language or the entire curriculum, I would say, has been designed. So he's a creator and designer of the entire curriculum for Direct English also. This is a brief on the lifetime for Louis Alexander. He was also a personality who came into Guinness Book of World Record by selling about 4.7 million books, which I would say is one of the biggest records, at a number which has been sold in a single year by an individual author. And in 1997, he came forward to create the curriculum for direct English. 2020 is the year when direct English live was actually conceptualized. That's when the pandemic had hit. And prior to 2020, their entire structure was through their physical centers. 2020, they started their English Live program, which is done through a group training structure where I would say students from across the world can come together and join the program. The curriculum for online as well as offline is similar, and the quality of teaching is great. And this all is done by the native teachers, which are all managed by Direct English in UK. So I'll talk a little bit on the process, or I would say, more on the curriculum and the method which is followed by the company, which is a combination of, 4 important skill set when it comes to English as a language, which includes listening, speaking, writing, and reading. And this is a very important slide, friends, and I would want you to spend maybe a few minutes to understand how this is structured. I see some hands being raised. Friends, you can put your questions and I'm happy to answer that. It'll take me 5 more minutes to take you through this. So there are 3 levels of curriculum which has been designed, and these 3 levels are the basic level, which includes F is the foundation level, goes up to level 3. And then is the intermediate level, which is level 4, 5, and 6, and followed by the advanced level, which is level 7 and 8. Now, also at the end of the course, you receive a certificate which is aligned to the CEFR. CEFR is the European, certification structure, and all their levels are aligned to entire common European framework. And this is an internationally recognized standard that goes from a beginner level, which is A1, and goes up to C1. So if you see beneath, the level A1 and A2 are part of the basic structure. Level B1 and B2 are part of intermediate structure, and level C1 forms part of their advanced structure. Now, if you look at your majority of market share, when we look at a structure like this, a larger part of the enrollments globally also would be between basic and intermediate, and a very small portion, or I would say a market or a target audience, goes to level 7 and 8, which is the most advanced level, so to say. So level 1 to 3 is primarily called the transaction stage, or I would say a functional stage. And here a lot of video storytelling is used to communicate. Level 4, 5, and 6, they're more expressive and they're more interactional in their structure. And a more expressive curriculum is used here. A lot of grammatical topics are covered in this level, includes video as well as a lot of non-video content, and a lot of reading, which is included as a part of curriculum in this particular level. And finally, the advanced level, which is level 7 and 8. This is the most advanced level in their structure. And typically, even in UK also, this level is taken up by senior management CEOs of companies, and typically used to, for confidence building, honing one's skills, for language production, response, and even used for arguments. I would say a lot of legal people, also take this advanced level of curriculum. This is a slide which gives you a little understanding about, how we have kind of pegged ourselves and did a competitive benchmarking against some of the top leading players in the country. And this has been done against 2 major benchmarks. One is the benchmark of the fee structure.
Interrupt. I think we are stuck on slide 2nd.
Okay.
So it's not moving.
Is it visible now?
Not. Yes, now it is visible.
Just give me a moment. I think the last slide was very important. I don't know if... was this visible before?
No, ma'am. It was stuck on slide 2.
All right. So friends, I'll request if you want to spend maybe a minute on this slide. I was talking about the different levels. So between basic, intermediate, and advanced level, the entire curriculum levels are from level F, which is the foundation. It goes up to level A, which is the most advanced level. So you can have a quick look, and if you want to even take a screenshot, because this is one of the most important slides which talks about the levels and the curriculum which is imparted. And like I mentioned, this is based on the common European framework, which is internationally recognized. This is the next slide, which talks about the competition. So we have done a competitive mapping against some of the leading international players, which includes British Council, Cambridge Academy of English, British Academy of English Language, British Institute of English Language, and English Labs. And there are two benchmarks that we have taken into consideration. One is a benchmark of the fee structure, which these centers, or I would say companies, charge, and the other is the average batch size. So if you look at British Council, they're typically per hour cost is anything between 800 to 1,000. Cambridge charges almost about 650 odd rupees. British Academy of Language is anywhere between 250 to about 450 rupees, and British Institute charges anything between 200 to about 450 again. English Labs is about 250 odd rupees. Now, corresponding to that, on the right hand side, you look at the number of batch sizes they do. So, for example, British school takes an average batch size of about 15 to even 35 odd students in one class. Cambridge would do on an average about 10 to 20 odd students. British Academy does almost about 15 to about 35, as we see. And similarly, British Institute also does about 30 to 40 batch size. Direct English is very, very competitive when we look at the cost per hour and the average batch size. So our unit economics that we have done for a center and for a franchisee is on a benchmark of rupees 220 or 50 on an average, which is per hour, and a batch size of 10 students per batch. So even at a 10 student per batch, the model is viable. So when I say 250 rupees per hour, so the average number of hours for any level is almost about 60 hours. And these 60 hours can take anything from 3 months to 6 months, depending on the number of classes that a franchisee chooses to take in 1 week. So you can take either 2 classes of 90 minutes each in 1 week. You can even do 3 classes of 90 minutes in 1 week. And the average fee structure comes to almost about 15,000. And in comparison to others, which is anything between 25 to about 60,000 when I talk about the competition. This is what our financials look like for a direct English center. Overall, like I mentioned, we have 2 opportunities. One is for a unit franchisee, the other is for an area developer. And the unit franchisee can be contained within an investment of 20 odd lakhs, while an area development partner investment can start as low as about 30 lakhs, and it can go up to about 50 odd lakhs, depending on the territory you choose, because some territories have a smaller rollout, some territories are gold territories, and we have a bigger rollout that we have considered. And quickly giving you a breakup of a unit franchisee, the 20 lakh investment is segregated, one in franchise fee component, where a 4 lakh is the component for a franchise fee. There is another 4 lakhs that is towards the basic interior. The best and the beauty of this business, the people I'm speaking to and currently and our existing partner who has signed up with us, most of these locations, come with basic interiors, and you can also have a plug and play location, which takes away this investment of 4 lakhs. And even if does not take away completely, you can have maybe a little bit of investment, a lakh and a half, if you have a location where the basic interior has been done. So 4 lakhs on the franchise fees, I still include 4 lakhs towards your capex. Another 4 lakhs is the investment that you need to do towards making of the 3 classrooms. And there are 3 classrooms which are required. So the infrastructure in the classroom, the furniture, all put together makes another 4 lakhs. There's a component of another 3 lakhs, which is towards your signage, design, English lab that needs to be created, computer, POS and systems. So all this put together makes almost about 17 odd lakhs. Another 3 lakhs is what you need to have working capital for the initial kit. So you buy the kit for students in advance. So every time a student gets enrolled, there's a code which is given to him, and there's a kit that is handed over to him, which could be physical or maybe electronic form of a kit which is given to a student. Now, as a area developer, I'll explain you this structure. So you can always, there are two options for a unit as well as, for an area developer. If you want to be an area developer, you get the right to own and operate one outlet of yours by yourself. And you have the right to even sub-franchise units under you. So as an area developer, now I will explain you, the sources of your revenue. So as an area developer, there are three sources of revenue for you. One is the source of revenue, which is the franchise fee. So on every unit that comes under you, 60% of 4 lakhs comes to you as a fee. So 60% goes to you and 40% goes to direct English. The second component is that of royalty. There's a 9% royalty in the structure, and 3% goes to the area developer, and the balance 6% goes to the parent and the master franchisee. The third source of income for an area developer comes in the form of supply. So every supply which goes to a unit franchisee, a small percentage of that, which is the overriding margin, also goes to the area developer. Now, you also have some benefits as an area franchisee. For your own center that you would own and operate, you are waived off your franchise fee. So which means a component of 4 lakhs is reduced in your franchise investment. Second, you also pay not 9% of your royalty, but you pay only 6% of the royalty for your own center, because you retain 3% as an area developer, even for your own center. I'll come down to explaining, how a structure for an area developer actually works out. So on this slide, Neha, if you can confirm, can you see the 20 regions and
Yes,
the India map?
Yes, ma'am.
So these are 20 regions, friends, where we have actually zoned out the area developer model, and we are also open to taking any units in these territories. So, for example, we have 1, 2, 3. There are 5 territories which are highlighted as gold territories, which are UP, Uttarakhand, which includes Punjab, Chandigarh, Tri-City as one territory, Maharashtra outside Bombay, AP Telangana, and Karnataka. So these are 1, 2, 3, 5 territories which are gold territories that we have taken, where we feel the potential of operating number of units is comparatively high. Unlike many international brands who typically would charge a lump sum fee for an area developer, Direct English has come with a very different model. Here, the area franchise fee is not based on the maximum potential of what the area can deliver, but we have taken a minimum potential. For example, even a place like UP, Uttarakhand, for example, we have taken a minimum rollout of 15 units. But if you look at a city of Lucknow alone, there are chains or outlets which are operating more than 10 outlets in a single city. But we have taken an opportunity size which is minimum of 15 units. So as an area developer, you would own one outlet and you would sub-franchise the balance, which is the 15 units under you. So the area developer fee is depending on the number of units which come under you. I'll give you a broader understanding of the calculation, and you can do the same for any territory that you come for. For example, let me take Jammu and Kashmir. So one territory which has a potential for one own outlet and 5 subunits. So with a 5 subunit potential and multiply this 5 into 4 lakhs. So 20 lakh becomes the franchise fees. Now, as an area developer, you don't have to give the entire territory fee of 20 lakhs to block the territory. You only pay 40% of that, right? So 40% of the minimum potential rollout, which becomes 8 lakhs here. So I'll come back again on this. So if you have potential of 5 units in your territory and 4 lakh is the fee for the territory for a unit franchisee, it becomes 20 lakhs. So 5 units into 4 lakh franchise fees become 20 lakh fee. You as an area developer pay only 40% of that, which becomes 8 lakh rupees. So you don't have to give the 100% fee, only 40% of that comes to the company for blocking the territory. You also have an advantage. So on the ongoing sub fee, which you bring on every onboarding of a franchisee, a higher share goes to the area developer. So 60% share goes to you when you bring a partner on board. So if you have any question on that, guys, please do let me know. If you want to take a screenshot of this slide also, we are more than happy to discuss one-to-one. There's a detailed working that we have done for each territory, for each unit. If you want to have one-to-one discussion, we are more than happy to conduct that. And just quickly summarizing on the opportunity, it's a industry, which is a very high growth industry. This is a brand which comes with presence in more than 20 countries across the globe. So it has a strong brand equity, which Dutch English enjoys at the global level. Their curriculum is very, very strong and specialized, aligned to common European framework. While we need people who come with experience in the education industry, because relatively it is easy and you need that kind of, I would say, mindset and also a passion to run this business. While no such education experience, so to say, is necessary, but I'll be very honest in telling you, I've spoken to nearly 35 prospective partners in the last 1.5 odd months, and all of them come with education pedigree. So this is what we have to share with you, friends, today. And these are the contact details. So you can reach out to Franchise India hotline number at 9717683838, or you can reach out on the email ID, which is feedback@franchiseindia.in. Thank you so much. Any questions, friends, that you have, you can use the Q&A box, and I'll be happy to take that offline. In the interest of time, and because we also have other participants who are here to present their respective business opportunity, I'd like to give it back to Neha to introduce our second panel member on the webinar today. Over to you, Neha.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks a lot. The way you have briefed about this brand is really informating for all of us. Thanks a lot for your time. So now we have Miss Rimjim Mukherjee. She is our CEO of Invision Brands, and she's going to tell us about some brands related to education. Rimjim, over to you. Welcome.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Sonya ma'am. It's always a pleasure hearing you, and such a wonderful kickstart to this Bharat Franchise Show. Thanks, Neha, for inviting me to present this opportunity. It's at Invision Brands, it's an honor to partner with Franchise India as our knowledge partners to kind of bring across certain global opportunities. So without further ado, let me just quickly jump into the opportunity that we have for you today. We are bringing in 3 global education-based opportunities. Before I start with the opportunities, a little background about what Invision Brands is and what it plans to do. Invision Brands is an organization that was started with the motive of bringing legacy global education brands to India, to the Indian population, concepts that are massively popular outside in terms of early development, skill learning, childcare, and early education. So keeping that in mind, we bring across 3 opportunities from the lands of Singapore, USA, and Mexico today. I will just share my screen and let me know, Neha, if you're able to view it properly and we are able to slide through it easily.
Yeah, it's visible.
Super. All right. So as I said, we stand with the motto of building sustainable brands. So we are looking at creation of sustainable brands, not with financial, but with entrepreneurial capital. So we are looking for passionate entrepreneurs, people who are passionate about education, people who are passionate about children, people who are passionate about developing future leaders of tomorrow. We want to join hands and partner with them in creating this beautiful success story for the 3 brands that we have in our portfolio. Just to let you know, we take on these brands not as a service partner, but as a master franchise for India. So typically Invision Brands becomes the brand owner for India, for the Indian territory of these global brands. So if I talk, before I even jump into the presentation, if I talk about the Indian education market, it's an ever-growing market. There are always going to be children, and children are always going to be needing quality education. The current statistics being, we have about 1.5 million schools and 250 million children of student base that we have, that we need to cater to in terms of developing them as holistic individuals and not just focusing on their academic curriculum. And in that series, we bring across the first brand, that is Red Schoolhouse. So Red Schoolhouse is typically a premium childcare and early learning brand right from the land of Singapore. So if I talk about Singapore, Singapore is called the education capital of the world. And it sets the benchmark for all brands across the globe in terms of the best educational standards. And what better than a Singaporean brand to start the early learning start the education journey of children in India. So if I talk about Red School House is an organization that has been a legacy preschool and daycare chain for almost 20 years now. They're going to be celebrating their 20th year in the next 2 months. They already have multiple centers in Singapore. They had their presence in China, Vietnam, and now they have taken up the Indian territory and have partnered with us, we being the master franchisees for Red School House in the Indian territory. So if I give you a little bit of look inside the classroom while we jump into the financial model a little later, we believe in creating children through playway, through interactive exercises. Typically, we cater to children of 1.5 to 6 years of age, where they go through 4 different grades from nursery to playgroup to KG1 and KG2. And by the time they complete the Singaporean curriculum, they are well equipped to transfer to any good school in India, whether it is CBSE, ICSE, IB pattern, or any other state board. So we've always maintained that children learn their best through play. So we've ensured that these 4 classes, they have a lot of engaging, fun activities, many opportunities of enrichment for children via lessons, games, out-of-the-box thinking for children and their holistic development. We focus on what sets us apart. If I talk about the Indian preschool industry, we have about 200 brands, local brands that are already franchising. So why the need of an additional brand? Fortunately or unfortunately, the Indian education panorama is strictly academic or intellectual in nature and does not really cater to the holistic education of the child. And that is where Singapore comes in with their SPICE curriculum. Red School House comes in with their SPICE curriculum. What is SPICE? Typically SPICE. S stands for social, P stands for physical, I stands for intellectual, C stands for creative, and E stands for emotional. So if you look at it, the curriculum and the lesson plans are designed in a manner that not just focus on the academic or the intellectual proficiency of the child, but looks at their overall development as a fully aware, self-conscious individual. And that is why we do not limit our activities inside the classroom. We go way beyond with a lot of field trips, a lot of enrichment programs, a lot of collaborations with different industries. If I show you the collaborations, Art for Good, Little Musician, Ready, Steady, Go, MIT. MIT is Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And these are the pioneer institutions across the globe which Red School House has partnered with. And to create that environment of total and complete and holistic learning for our growing children. A plethora of awards this school has won, of course, with its legacy of 20 years. I would not go into the slide of every single award, but would rather talk about what is the opportunity that it presents for the Indian market. So just like you friends, you just heard about direct English. So typically like a direct English platform, we also are serving area developers and unit franchisees. So unit franchisee will typically cost you about 40 to 45 lakhs inclusive of the franchise fee. The franchise fee component for a unit center is about 10 odd lakhs, and about 30 odd lakhs goes in the setup of the school, which requires an area of about 3,000 to 3,500 square feet. We are primarily, if we talk about our GTM, go-to-market strategy, we are primarily looking at either area developers for our states, or we are looking at single unit or multi-unit acquisitions. Now, in this single unit or multi-unit acquisition, as I said earlier, 10 lakhs of franchise fee and about 30 odd lakhs of setup cost is required. We are looking at prime posh areas, residential, niche residential complexes, any location which is next to a corporate IT park. And that is why technically we have limited our expansion to tier 1 cities and some aspirational tier 2 cities. For example, a city like a Dehradun or a Lucknow or a Ranchi or a Vizag. So these are the kind of city tier 2 aspirational cities that we are also looking at, apart from the general standard tier 1 cities, for example, Delhi, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Kolkata, Pune, Maharashtra, the likes of it. So if this is about the unit economics in a very, very short, crisp manner. If I talk about the area developer opportunity, it is extremely similar to direct English. So if you have understood direct English properly, you'll be able to make sense of this opportunity as well. So if you look at this, I'll take up probably one line and explain it to you. If you look at, let's say Rajasthan, for example.
Ranjim, can you maximize the screen, please?
Yeah, sure. Does that make sense more? Does it make more sense now? Yeah.
Yes. Please continue.
All right. Thanks, Varun. All right. So let's take a look at Rajasthan, for example. So if we look at the total number of schools that are there are about 1 lakh schools in Rajasthan, 1 lakh plus. Private schools there are also 35,600. This is an actual number based on the latest census. What we are looking at is just 10 units out of the entire state of Rajasthan. So if I look at 10 units and 1 unit costs me 10 lakh rupees, then 10 units costs me 1 CR. So the opportunity cost is 1 CR here. But what we are charging from the area developer is 40% of it. So typically we are charging the minimum market potential of 4 units only, 40 lakh rupees, and they can take care of the entire state of Rajasthan and be pivotal partners in building this project of Red School House in Rajasthan with me. Now, another interesting fact about my model is that typically in area development models, the major percentage goes to the master franchisee or the brand owner. Here, the major percentage goes to the area developer. So if you are an area developer and you take up the territory of Rajasthan at 40 lakhs for me, now other 10 units that you establish along with me, every unit's 60% franchise fee goes to you. Every unit's 60% royalty goes to you. So we charge a 10% royalty from every unit. Now 60% of that 10% goes to you and 40% comes to me, out of which I pay to the brand company in Singapore. So we have tried to keep the interests of the investors first and foremost before looking at our financial viability. So if you want, you can check up any row which is applicable to you, be it Karnataka or West Bengal or Maharashtra or Delhi for that matter. You can look at the market potential that there is, and we are not just throwing random numbers at you. We are throwing numbers only after having done our due market diligence compared to the existing number of private schools that are already there, and what is the minimum franchise units that we are planning to develop in that particular area or a state. So I would like you to take probably a minute on this and take a screenshot or something that makes it relevant for your territory, and then please come back to me for discussion more on any existing opportunity that you might have, any territory that you might be interested in. If I talk about what is the support system that I'm giving, so my support system across the 3 brands that I discussed today is going to be absolutely the same. Since I am the brand owner in India, I am responsible for the franchisee's success story in India. So I am not just a service partner, I am the co-founder with you. You become co-founders in my journey of establishing this in your territory. So I extend all the support to you, right from hiring of the staff, then recruitment, training, hiring, recruitment, training of the staff, marketing training, sales training, marketing strategy, collateral development, CRM development, account software. So basically a complete holistic 360-degree marketing support is what I'm offering you as a brand owner for India, as Red School House India ownership. So that's the kind of opportunity which is for Red School House. Now, typically Red School House is a preschool, so it is only going to be applicable from morning, say about 8 o'clock till about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, after which the schools typically shut down and there's nothing much that you can do around the school system. So we brought 2 more brands that are typically after school programs wherein the child can enroll and kind of look at their extracurricular development apart from what they study in school. And in doing that, the first brand that we brought across is Business Kids. What is Business Kids? Business Kids is a brand from USA, a massively popular brand, has been there for about 15 odd years. has 115 franchisees in across 21 countries. Children who have passed out from this brand have appeared on the Shark Tank USA Junior. They have gone on to become successful entrepreneurs, confident corporate professionals. So what exactly the program is? The program is the world's first entrepreneurial development for children. So what we are doing is, it is a program for young entrepreneurs right from the age of 4 years old. So we cater from 4 years to 19 years of age. We try to teach children financial literacy, administration, creativity, thought process, leadership, self-confidence, ethics, innovation, solution designing, all of this which can help them to become successful entrepreneurs, whether they do their own business in future, or they join a corporate, or they enter into a government setup. Whichever career path they choose in their life, they will be instilled with that entrepreneurial spirit of ownership and responsibility towards their task. So as I said, massive number of children have already benefited from this. There are about 1 lakh students that have passed out from this across, as we speak, it is 118 centers now. Business teens, the same program for the teenage is called business teens, from 13 to 19. So from 4 to 12, it's called business kids. And from 13 to 19, it's called business teens. Again, both very, very massively popular programs. Only about 80 hours. So this 80 hours is typically covered in a time span of 4 to 6 months, after which they get a graduation certificate right from Business Kids USA. The whole brand and its philosophy is founded on 4 pillars. Number 1, business knowledge. Children these days need to understand how a business works, not just for themselves, but also to appreciate the kind of work their mothers and fathers put in, right? To respect the work that their mothers and fathers put in, to respect the kind of work or career that they wish to choose for themselves. Personality development, of course, I mean, I cannot talk enough on the need of personality development in children. So this program makes them assertive, independent, confident children who can present this opportunity to others, who can present their confident self to others. Financial education, again, financial literacy is something that I very jokingly, I interact with a lot of partners and investors, and I jokingly tell them that I wish somebody had taught me financial literacy when I was growing up rather than Pythagoras. I'm sure Pythagoras is not helping me today anywhere, but financial literacy would have. So financial literacy today is immensely important to be incorporated in the growing learning skill sets of children. And of course, at the end of the day, social consciousness, a sense of responsibility towards the society to kind of understand what are the problem statements in society and try to solve some of them. So these are the 4 pillars that the Business Kids entire curriculum structure is based upon. We deliver our programs through multiple formats: weekend, weekday, summer camps, winter camps, workshops, seminars, storytelling programs, theater clubs. So there are a lot of gamuts, lot of formats in which we can explain this program, deliver this program to the children. And as many programs there are, as many as many opportunities the franchisee has to make revenue, because they have multiple formats across which they can make revenue. I think I've already spoken about this slide as to what entrepreneurial education does to the child. Let me quickly jump on rather to the opportunity financially that we have today. So if you look at the screen, it's very similar to the kind of model that has already been discussed in Direct English and just now discussed in Red Schoolhouse. So typically, again, we've figured out the kind of opportunity cost that is there in a particular territory, and how we are kind of minimizing it. The terms remain the same. 40% you have to pay upfront to become my area developer for that state. And then we do a sharing between you and me for 60% going to you, 40% coming to me. So I'll quickly try to explain the economics, unit economics. So one franchisee costs about 10 odd lakhs, out of which 4 lakhs is the franchise fee and 6 lakhs is the setup cost, which is inclusive of the material. Of the student kit and everything, right? So if I take, let's say, for example, I take Delhi. So, sorry, my bad. So Delhi, if I take the example of Delhi, I see a unit possibility of 5 units. right? So that means the total opportunity is 5 multiplied by 4, which is 20 odd lakhs. But an area developer for Delhi will not have to pay me 20 lakhs, they have to pay me 8 lakh rupees. Now with 8 lakh, they get the entire territory of Delhi and they get to develop and find 5 sub-franchisees for business kids in the Delhi region. So they will end up getting 20 lakhs from the 5 franchisees, out of which they only have to give me 40% of it. So 40% of 20 lakhs is 8 lakh rupees. They have to give me 8 lakhs out of the 20 lakhs and they get to earn 12 lakh rupees. So if you look at it from a business economic mindset, from an investment standpoint, even this is a very good opportunity as a sound investment in the next 1 or 2 years. So you put in 8 lakh rupees and you end up earning 12 lakhs at the end of, let's say, 6 to 8 odd months. So that's a phenomenal return, which probably not even the best marketing, best investment strategies gives you, right? So that's the kind of investment, that's the kind of opportunity we bring. Again, same 60% is the setup cost. 60% is the share for the royalty. So if let's say a unit is set up and it's doing 1 lakh in sales, so 10% is the royalty that the unit has to pay. So out of the 10% becomes 10,000 rupees. Out of that 10,000, 6,000 the area developer keeps for themselves. 4,000 I get. Out of that 4,000 I pay to the brand. So we have tried, again, I'm re-emphasizing the point, we have tried to maintain the integrity and interest of the investor first and foremost, interest of my franchise partner first and foremost. Yeah. Again, if I talk about, so this slide is, I think, already covered. We need an area for a unit center. We need an area of about 1,000 square foot area, 10 odd lakhs of unit investment, 4 lakh franchise fee, royalties 10%. We do an agreement for about 5 odd years, extendable to +5 and +5. So in totality, 15 years with mutual renewability after every 5 years. And the ROI on this is fantastic. We achieve an ROI on a very conservative level also. We achieve an ROI within 8 to 9 months. All right. The rollout is everywhere. Business Kids has an opportunity everywhere. Like Red School House only had an opportunity in the tier 1 states, tier 1 cities. This has an opportunity literally everywhere. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 even. So I am looking at setting up about 300 odd franchisees in the next 5 years. And that's a very, very doable number for us, right? If I look at the support function, entire support again, from the center setup to the recruitment, hiring, training, advertising, promotion, marketing, student enrollment, lead generation, auditing, every support function we support you with. We give you that 360-degree support. Which brings me to the third and final brand, which is Bricks for Kids. Now, Bricks for Kids is, again, if you look at the mode of operations of the brand, it is typically absolutely the same as Business Kids. The concept is different. What is the concept? Bricks for Kids is the world's first and largest STEM-based education provider using Lego bricks. So people in the room, if you are familiar with Lego, Lego is one of the best building blocks in the world. It's the finest, most sophisticated building blocks in the world. And Lego has collaborated with Bricks for Kids to generate customized kits, which help Bricks for Kids as a brand to teach STEM education. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and maths. So they teach STEM education to growing children of 4 years to 14, 15 years of age and help them fall in love with the subjects. Because this is the age when the child starts getting a little disinterested and hating the subjects of science and maths. You can go back to your school time and remember how well you liked doing maths activities, right? So we have tried to make it a lot more interactive, a lot more fun, so that child falls in love with STEM. Because without STEM, the Indian future is not there. 70% of Indian jobs, if I just skip a couple of slides, yeah, 70% of Indian jobs are going to be by STEM. They are going to be science, technology, engineering, or mathematics based. So even if we want to, we cannot avoid the importance of STEM in our lives. STEM is responsible for innovation and thinking, critical thinking. STEM was incorporated in the National Education Policy of 2020 for this reason, because STEM is extremely important for children and their growth. So given this STEM education, this brand is the largest provider and the first provider in doing this. Yeah. If I talk about some basics about the brand, it has about 500 franchisees across 40 odd countries. The brand has appeared on the Steve Harvey show. It is loved by students, parents, teachers, everyone alike across the globe. And we are very, very proud to have partnered with this brand to bring this opportunity to India as master franchisees. Endless number of awards. It is doing a phenomenal job. There are about 15 million children who've already passed through this program and have benefited from this program. So what we do generally is we have formulated different kits for different age groups, Duplo breaks, brick model classes, coding classes. So if I show you, if you look at this slide, I would like to take a minute and pause on this slide. If you look at the brick model, if you look at coding, robotics, comic creation, video game, movie making, animation, these are the things that the child is learning today. These are the things that the parent are looking forward for good brands that can teach them. And that is exactly the problem statement that Bricks for Kids is trying to solve in the Indian territory. Multiple sources of income. So it's not just a noble purpose. It's an extremely beneficial and viable business model for the investor, for the person who takes up my franchising. So we have different multiple sources of income from preschool, summer camps, winter camps, birthday parties, kids night out, family night out, home classes, workshops, seminar. There are about hundreds and hundreds of revenue making format if the interested prospect and the franchisee is creative enough, right? So our theme and our basic understanding is we learn, we build, and we play. So the children don't come to the center feeling that they are very pressured to study. They are not coming from school and then coming back to the center to study again. They are coming back to unwind. They are coming to the center to play with Legos, which is their first love, right? But at the end of that 1 hour, they end up learning some concept of science and maths, because every brick model building exercise talks about one or the other scientific mathematical principles. Now, if I even show you the kind of principles that are there, if you look at this slide, you will figure out that these are the exact things that are taught to children. Length, force, mass, acceleration, gravity, Newton's law, motion, lever, fulcrum, weights, angle, distance, measurements. These are the things that the child learns in growing up years. And these are the things that the child finds the most complicated in the class. And that's exactly what we are trying to do by incorporating 21st century skill assessment format, by introducing Lego bricks, which child loves to play with. Introducing those bricks so that they can very easily gel with the concept of learning STEM. As I said, there are multiple opportunities. We have beautiful worksheets that the child fills up, goes back proudly, shows to the parents. So it gives them a sense of achievement that they've done something, right? We have report cards for parents who are very inquisitive and eager to know as to what the child has done in that 1 hour class. So we have those report cards as well. Now, what is the opportunity that we are offering? Again, same kind of opportunity. We have an area, a unit franchisee as well as an area franchisee. A unit franchisee, if you take up a solopreneur opportunity, it comes at about 10 lakhs. If you take up a brick and mortar center opportunity, it comes at about 18 lakhs. So 8 lakhs is the component of franchise fee. One time franchise fee, we take 8 lakhs. 1.5 lakhs is on the Lego kits purchase, and around 50 to 1 lakh odd is about the branding and the signage part of it. All right. And the 18 lakh, which is the center model, that another 7 to 8 lakhs goes up in setting of the center. Though the center is again a very small format center, 800 to 1000 square feet, with about 2 classrooms, 1 pantry, one waiting lounge, 1 reception, 2 washrooms, and a gallery. That's pretty much a very, very basic format of any educational training center. Different formats, as I said, for earning: camps, birthday parties, Lego camps, summer camps, workshops, seminar. There are lots and lots of opportunities by which you can earn money. Now, if I go a little bit into what is the kind of support system, now since this brand is so massively popular and spread by 500 centers, it is impossible to manually operate. So they have a completely tech-enabled software mechanism by which they can very easily monitor all of their franchisees. So you get access to those franchise management portals wherein you find everything from curriculum to themes to sales templates, advertising material, marketing brochures, everything is in that franchise. This is a snapshot of how the franchise management system looks like. So if you look at it, day by day planner, day by day, what is session number 3, what is session number 1, everything is detailed out. So it is a typical plug and play model that I'm looking at to develop. Now, if I again, it's at the risk of repeating myself, if I again look at the opportunity, let's take up probably Haryana this time. So Haryana talks about 5 units. 5 units multiply by 8 is a 40 lakh opportunity. So instead of 40 lakh rupees, you only pay me 40% of it, which is 16 lakhs. In 16 lakhs, you get the entire Haryana for yourself. Be together, explore and create sub-franchisees, out of which you keep 60% and I keep 40% of the franchise fee and the royalties as well. All right. So it's the same model. I'm not going into repeating once again. You could probably take a screenshot just to know what is the opportunity that is available in the market. Complete franchise support, complete training right from USA. They train you. Plus, we will be there to facilitate the other trainings of MIS, of sales, of marketing and other things. You get 2 email IDs, one franchise website mention, social media management, franchise management tool, as I said, and they are very, very particular on doing monthly, quarterly trainings and annual workshops. And these do not come at a cost. So if you are my franchisee, you get to attend and explain to others, have knowledge sharing with the other franchise partners as well. Now, for all the 3 brands, the kind of operation people that I'm looking at, I'm looking for typically for mompreneurs, womanpreneurs, solopreneurs, corporate people who are wanting to start off on their own, couple entrepreneurs, people who have been into academics, people who are already franchise owners of different school brands. So all of these kind of people fit my bill. So if any opportunity interests you, any of the brands in any of the segments, either unit or area, please feel free to reach out to me. I know it is a very rushed and a very fast-paced session that we are doing here today. I would love to take from this session and take on some very detailed conversations with prospects that are interested in having a conversation and exploring more. I think with that, I will put a pause or a full stop to my session and hand it over back to Neha, or if there are any questions, I would love to address them. I would leave my this thing in the chat box. I would leave my credentials also in the chat box in case anybody wants to reach out to me directly. Thanks, Neha. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Rimjim. Wonderfully explained. I wish we could have more time, but since we are running out of time and we do have other brands also. Sure. But anyways, whatever you have briefed us is really good, and I feel like going into studies again. So it was wonderfully explained. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
So now we have Mr. Nikhil, CEO of Smart Ghar. They are into home automation and they are based out of Mumbai. Nikhil ji, welcome to our panel. I would like to request you to please share the franchisee opportunities with us. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, Neha, I hear you.
Yes.
My voice
Yes,
clear?
Yes.
Okay, I'm audible. Okay, hi, Neha. Thanks for the invitation in Bharat Show. Thanks, Franchise India. So let's share my screen first. Hello, everyone. I'm Nikhil Shah from Smart Ghar. Smart Ghar started, just a second. Smart Ghar started its operation in 2015 as a recognized system integrator and manufacturer of audio automation, smart switches, smart lights, smart lock, AV solution, and security system. We offer you a wide portfolio of products from across the global, products that work to create a worry-free solutions for every room and every budget, with a comprehensive portfolio of services spanning from electronic security, audio, video solution, lighting, and energy management and automation to cater to clients across all verticals. Smart Ghar is among the earliest companies with the clear Make in India policy, among in words automation solution across all segments. Smart home, the sector is beyond 40 billion by 2026. If you observe the current consumer behavior, people are increasingly buying products that convert or upgrade their homes into a smart home. This segment is increasing at a rapid pace with the CAGR of 35 to 40%. Who is the customers? Many households in India now have a smart Internet of Things, IoT-enabled device such as Amazon Alexa, Google Home, through which they can control their smart home appliance. The interconnected device have created an ecosystem that has now expanded to include the home automation business. For a key and in-demand products in today's home automation market is smart lights, security system, audio video, smart switches and ads. Our mobile apps, Smart Ghar mobile apps, give you a one-touch control of your home appliance like lights, fan, TV, set-top box, air condition, and other home appliance. Customized dashboard, set timers, switch name, switch icon, create a mode like theater mode, good night mode, create and manage rooms for multiple products. Our automation solution that suits your lifestyle, we have a 3 type of categories: basic, standard, premium, where you can control your switch, light, fan dimmer, timer, air condition, TV, manual control, offline control, online control, manage the group, manage the room, multiple supports, music system controller, panel controller, so Alexa support, Google Home support, RGB support, curtain support. So now plans to develop a network of retail stores across India, available entire product range, product demos, experience to customer before making a purchase, affordable price points, combo offers, modern trade store format, 300 to 400 square foot space, adopt franchisee route to get near of customer place of convenience of to make a purchase accessible. Our store is look like very beautifully. So unit franchisee model, we have 2 type of unit franchisee model. One is 25 lakh and second is 15 lakh. In 15 lakh, we require 400 square foot area. Interior work is like 5 lakh rupees. Display inventory is 5 lakh. Equipment 2 lakh. Franchisee fee 3 lakh and trade license is 25,000. And in 25 lakh rupees, we require 800 square foot area. Same interior design is 5 lakh. Display inventory is 15 lakh. Equipment 2 lakh. Franchisee fee 3 lakh and trade license is 25,000. Typically, monthly sale is 8 to 10 lakh. Gross margin is 40%. Rent is 1 lakh. Manpower is 70. So in our first year, total sale is 1 crore 15 lakh. We project each unit is do a 1 crore rupees of sale in a year. Gross profit is 46 lakh. Total expense is 28 lakh and net profit is 17 lakhs. So almost in 1.5 months, you will recover your entire money, whatever you invest. So it's a master franchisee investment. In a master franchisee, it's a depend on the area and number of units. Suppose in any state like Maharashtra, in Maharashtra, it's suppose we 29 units and one is master franchisee units, so total 30 units. So investment is like unit setup is 25 lakh and master fee is 43 lakh. Total investment is 68 lakh rupees. Master franchisee revenue. So summary is like total sale in a year is 4 crore 69 lakh rupees. Gross profit is 1 crore. Total expense is 55 lakh rupees and net profit is 45 lakh rupees. So in a 1 year, they will complete 100% ROI in 1 year. Our key support function like site selection, store development, product supply, new product development, margins, training, marketing, corporate contacts, leads. We do a social marketing, hiring, HR activity, training, everything done by the company. So it's our onboarding process. Yes. Thanks, Neha.
Thank you so much, Nikhil. Panel, do we have any questions related to the brand Nikhil is talking about? They are into Smart Ghar, which is an advanced home automation brand. So if you have any questions, anyone from the panel, we can ask.
Nikhil ji, I'm Yogesh Srivastava. So
Yes,
do you
sir.
have any experience centers like you have experience centers in Mumbai, or do you have in the northern part of the country as well?
So currently we have one is in Mumbai, HO is in Mumbai. We have 1,000 square foot showroom in Mumbai where you can explore 200 products. And we in 3 to 4 years from we already successfully done 10 units and 3 master franchise.
Okay, so any experience center in northern India?
In northern India we have one in Ghaziabad. Again in
Okay.
Bangalore we have 2. In Hyderabad one. And Hubli and Ballari we have one. Then Bharuch, Baroda, Surat and Ahmedabad.
Okay.
So we have total 10
And
units
like
and more and 10 units is in coming.
so 10 more units are coming up.
Yes, coming up. We are coming up with the
Okay.
10 units more.
Okay. And how is the inventory and all supplied to the franchisee?
It's supplied by our manufacturing unit actually. So we are manufacturer of switches. So supply from
Okay.
our manufacturing unit. Our manufacturing unit is in Baroda.
Okay. So right now your target segment is the big retailers, or they are individual homes and individual home buyers as well?
Are you talking about end user customers?
Yes, end user customer.
Yeah. Customer is like a household, then the corporates, then malls, hospitals, any just like any type of refurbishing or कुछ भी नया development हो रही है, so they all are our clients.
अच्छा, तो मतलब आपका ये कहना है जो बेसिकली एंड यूजर है वो आपके एक्सपीरियंस सेंटर में आता है, वो एक्सपीरियंस करता है प्रोडक्ट को एंड देन ही मेक्स अ डिसीजन कि मुझे खरीदना है.
Yeah, perfect. So for that we need an
Okay.
experience center because we have total 200 products and everything is smart. So you can control basically
Sure.
through mobile app, voice command, Alexa and all.
Sure, got it.
Right.
Yeah, thanks Nikhil ji. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nikhil ji, I would have a query. I just want to know who are our competitors right now?
Competitor is in different products, like it's a product wise. Like we are into many things like switches and doorbell, door lock, sensor, curtains. So competitor is a product to product. So in a switch like a GM, Honeywell, like in a curtain there is a Nova company. In a sensor there is a Quicksense company. In a different product wise, a different competition.
But the way you are doing things, there is no one in market, like no other
Currently,
company,
no.
other brand.
Yeah.
So if
No
you
one can
say
scatter.
you don't have
Yes.
any competition right now in the market.
Right now there is no competition because we are taker almost 200 above products. So no one can take that much products actually. No one can manage that type of inventory.
So this is our SOP, and this is a very good thing that we don't have any competitor in
Yes.
market right now.
Yeah, Smart Ghar is one-stop solution for everyone.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Nikhil ji, Yogesh here once again. So I just want to understand, like you mentioned about switches and also what is a typical like life of a switch? Matlab, in terms of like usage, million times, 10 like 5 lakh, 10 lakhs. What kind of a usage pattern would be there before the switch actually runs out of its life? Matlab, switch बेकार हो जाएगा.
See, it's not like that. Current switch which we are using, this is relay and circuit are same. We are using our switches. So our switches is not that is any big rocket science, but our switches is touch switches and there is a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chip. That's it. Otherwise, relay part and circuit part is same. So it's a 10 years with guarantee. So 5 years we give you the guarantee. But again, इसको 10 साल तक कुछ होना नहीं है. So you no worry. If anything happen in 5 years, we will give you free replacement.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
So if you don't have anything else to ask, or we are done with the Q&As, so it's time to say bye to Mr. Nikhil. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Nikhil.
Thanks, everyone.
It's really
Yes.
a lovely
Thank
session.
you so much.
Thanks a lot for the details you have shared with us. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
You can close your screen sharing. Thanks. So now I would like to welcome Mr. Rahul Sharma, Vice President of Franchise India. Rahul is going to brief us about two brands. One is the new shop, which is a 24/7 convenience store, and another is a Figaro Pizza, which is an international brand into F&B. Rahul, welcome to our panel, and over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neha, for inviting me. And guys, good evening, everyone. A lot of people are joining through a different medium, through Facebook, YouTube, or maybe Insta. So before I start a brand discussion, I want to just tell you one thing. आप ये सोचो कि आपको पैसा किस में लगाना है. At the end of the day, you should be understand कि यार आज मैं पैसा लगाता हूँ तो वो मेरे लिए अर्निंग होनी चाहिए. Not for the brand point of view, because if I want to take any master franchisee of any brand, then you will also understand कि unit का क्या prospective रहेगा, unit के क्या commercials रहेंगे, so that at the end of the day you can make a money. So before starting, not taking too much time, so I would start with the TNS, which is known as the new shop. So when I said the new shop, basically it is a 24-hour convenience store. When I said a 24-hour convenience store, तो कहने का मतलब ये है कि क्यों आप 8 घंटे के लिए, 10 घंटे के लिए, 12 घंटे के लिए आप रेंटल देते हो. And 24 hours की
Rahul, your voice is breaking in between, so it's coming and going.
It is coming right now. Now it is audible.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
So when I said कि 24 hours के लिए रहता है तो क्यों it's most important thing, क्यों आप ये चाहते हैं कि मैं convenience store आपके एक neighborhood में खोलूं? Because we will deliver anything, anytime, anywhere. Someone wants a grocery, so we can deliver groceries. Someone wants to say कि मुझे snacks item चाहिए, dairy product चाहिए, food and beverage चाहिए. When I said food and beverages, it include your burger, pasta, Maggi, then your biryanis, then we can say a different product. Someone say कि मुझे cosmetic चाहिए, someone say कि मुझे कोई pharmacy का कुछ support चाहिए, basic pharmacy. I'm not talking about the actual pharmacy, general medicines होती है, general physician medicine. We can provide. So currently we are running 170 plus store in a different part of the country. We are present in a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities. We are present in Mumbai, Lucknow, Kanpur, Jaipur, Zirakpur, Mohali, Kharar. It's more than 25 cities, if I say. Why this all units are successful? Because the reason behind it कि जब भी हम किसी partner के साथ आते हैं तो we always think that this is our store. We are never think that it is a franchisee store. And apart from that thing, the other play very important role in terms of your this thing what we call as the commercials. कि यार आज मैं कोई business करने जा रहा हूँ तो commercials क्या रहेंगे? For a single unit, we are keeping a very low commercial, that is a 25 lakh rupees का commercials है जिसमें initial space requirement is around 500 से 1000 square feet, and for property support, the company will support in the property part. We required a property on a ground floor, lower ground floor or upper ground floor, and we are not interested in the mall because आप भी जानते हो कि 24 घंटे का business है तो हम कहीं मॉल में खोलेंगे तो everyone will thought that क्यों मॉल में खोलना चाहते हैं, because सबका thought रहता है कि 10-11 बजे के बाद मॉल में नहीं जा सकता. We are present in a high street, we are present in airports, or we are coming into the metro stations. So metro stations in Mumbai के लिए हम location final कर रहे हैं जहाँ पर आ रहे हैं. So when I said a commercials part, so commercials क्या है basically 25 lakh rupees है to start a single unit. For that thing 5 lakh rupees we are considering as a franchisee fees. अब यहाँ पर जो franchisee fees है, it is not for a 2 year or 3 year, it is for a 9 years. Out of which 3 years we are considering as a locking from both the sides. तो क्यों हम लॉकिंग रखे हैं फ्रॉम बोथ द साइड? द मीनिंग ऑफ दैट सेंटेंस कि आज कंपनी ग्रो कर रही है तो कल बोले कि यार मैं फ्रेंचाइजी को बंद कर दूं, तो इसलिए हमने क्या किया 3 साल का लॉकिंग रखा है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट थिंग 15 लाख रुपीस इज द इन्वेस्टमेंट फॉर मेकिंग अ इंटीरियर ब्रांडिंग साइनेज किचन इक्विपमेंट. मतलब आज मार्केट में आप जाते हो और आपको लगता है कि मैं 1000 स्क्वायर फीट की स्पेस में 15 लाख में काम करा सकता हूँ, तो मैं कहूँगा इस मार्केट में पॉसिबल नहीं है, बट वो हम करके दे रहे हैं. इसके अलावा जो इनिशियल इन्वेंट्री चाहिए होता है 5 लाख रुपए की हम क्या लेके चलते हैं इनिशियल इन्वेंट्री. तो किसी के पास यदि 25 लाख रुपए का बिजनेस इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो वी कैन स्टार्ट द नी शॉप. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट थिंग वी हैव अ राजकुमार राव एज अ ब्रांड एम्बेसडर. तो गाइस एक चीज हमेशा याद रखना है कि आज की तारीख में यदि कोई ब्रांड एम्बेसडर बनता है किसी भी ब्रांड के लिए तो वो उसकी सबसे पहले उसकी मार्केट वैल्यू देखता है. इवन टेक एन एग्जांपल, यदि कोई बोलता है कि यार मुझे राजकुमार राव क्यों बनानी शॉप में, तो दे अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्सेप्ट, दे अंडरस्टैंड द मार्केट वैल्यू, दे अंडरस्टैंड द इंडियन का अभी क्या थॉट प्रोसेस है. So we are very keen कि we want to open a 10,000 store before 2030, and out of which 4,000 stores are already signed. Out of which 4,000 store, 3,000 stores are coming through Indian Oil petrol pump, and we have live 170 store, and in future it is coming around 130 stores are coming in a different part of the city. So this is the unit commercial. So if I come into the master franchising, Neha, can you share the other screen also for master franchising? Neha, my screen is visible. Neha, it is visible, my screen. So when I said the master franchisee concept, so the new shop ke andar we have a master franchisee concept also. PT of this master franchisee, we have already signed West Bengal, Bihar, Delhi NCR, and Maharashtra was already signed in last 2 months. मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी किस तरीके से काम करता है न्यू शॉप के अंदर, तो हमने सबसे पहले क्या किया है, एक टेरिटरी का प्राइस दिया. टेक एन एग्जांपल, 50 लाख रुपीस इज द मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर टेरिटरी. कंपनी क्या बोलती है, कंपनी बोलती है कि पहले हम मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी को पैसा बनवा के देंगे. तो फर्स्ट 9 यूनिट होंगी आपके अंडर, उसका 100% रेवेन्यू शेयर वी विल गिव टू यू. अदर रीजंस में क्या होता है कि कोई बंदा कहता है एक परसेंटेज लेता है. इसके अलावा जब आपका मतलब फर्स्ट 9 यूनिट्स का आपका पैसा निकलता है, तो उसके बाद वी विल गिव अ 40% ऑफ द रेवेन्यू शेयरिंग ऑन अ फ्रेंचाइजी फीस. इसके बाद जो हम रॉयल्टी चार्ज करते हैं पर यूनिट, वी आर चार्जिंग 3% योर सेल इज लेस देन 10 लाख रुपीज, 4% इफ सेल इज मोर देन 10 लाख रुपीज. तो यहाँ पर हम मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी को क्या देते हैं, 3% का 0.5% देते हैं एंड 4% का 1% देते हैं. We are also charging a fixed royalty. Fixed royalty में what we are keeping a 20,000 rupees. So 20,000 rupees का भी 5,000 जाता है मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी. मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी बोलेगा कि यार मैंने आंध्र प्रदेश की मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी ले ली, तो यूनिट कौन बनाएगा. हमें मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी वो लोग चाहिए जो इस ब्रांड के साथ खड़े होकर काम कर सके. उनका रोल एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज बेसिकली टू हेल्प इन दी ऑपरेशन पार्ट. मुझे यदि आज हैदराबाद में प्रॉपर्टी चाहिए, दे कैन सपोर्ट मी. Meanwhile, we have a team जो सपोर्ट करती है प्रॉपर्टी के लिए. Being an area developer, he can also support. फ्रेंचाइजी बनाने की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, we have other team who can support in the franchisee development. Operations में जो सप्लाई चेन है, which is the most important part in the inventory. यहाँ पर हमारा क्या है कि यदि कोई भी स्टोर खुलता है, तो इन्वेंट्री इज डायरेक्टली सप्लाइड बाय द ब्रांड. उसको ये टेंशन नहीं है मुझे इन्वेंट्री कहाँ से लेनी है. इसके करस्पॉन्डिंग इफ एनी प्रोडक्ट इज नॉट सेलेबल और यदि एक्सपायर हो जाता है एक्सेप्ट पैरिशेबल कैटेगरी, वी आर रेडी टू रिटर्न टू द वेंडर. सारा सप्लाई ब्रांड संभाल रहा है. तो एरिया डेवलपर और मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी के ऊपर सप्लाई चेन की कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं आती है.
Rahul, I think you should take 1 minute to set your mic because the voice is not coming clear. It is going and coming.
It is going and coming.
Yeah.
Now it is audible.
Yeah, it's all audible, but whenever you move your face here and there, so it goes back. So yeah.
So when I said a master franchisee, तो master franchisee का सबसे अच्छा क्या है कि यहाँ पर यदि हम X amount ले रहे हैं, तो first our responsibility is to given that amount to him. And master franchisee को एक store open करना है. For that thing, the franchisee fees we are not taking, we are giving a concession. But तो opening का जो cost आता है, that will be cost around 20 lakh rupees. 15 lakh rupees is for a interior, kitchen equipment, branding, signage. उसके भी vendors हैं हमारे पास. If any franchisee से और any master franchisee से कि यार मुझे अपने vendor के साथ काम करना है, तो we can say we are open. हम vendor का पहले due diligence करेंगे. Everything we can check it. If it is up to mark, we can allow. Apart from that thing, we have a 4,000 SKUs. मतलब यदि मैं SKUs की बात करूँ, 400 plus brand है. यदि मैं बात करता हूँ पार्ले के पास मेरे पास 3-4 कैटेगरी है. Apart from that thing, we are also open for a local brand type. जैसे आप बोलते हैं कि यार कोई आंध्र प्रदेश से कोई बोलते हैं मुझे बनाना चिप्स को ऐड करना है, दिल्ली वाले बोलते हैं कि यार नहीं मुझे ये प्रोडक्ट ऐड करना है, तो वी आर रेडी टू ऐड दैट प्रोडक्ट इन आवर कैटेगरी. उसका क्या होगा, फर्स्ट परमिशन ब्रांड देगा, द न्यू शॉप और फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया. उसके बाद वी अलाउ टू एनी फ्रेंचाइजी टू टेक और ऐड ए न्यू प्रोडक्ट इन देयर कैटेगरी. थैंक यू गाइस, यदि किसी को कुछ क्वेश्चन है तो लेट्स सी। नहीं, आवाज आ रहा है?
अभी आ रहा है, but
Rahul, audible.
it's going and
Yes,
coming.
yes.
Now it is better.
हाँ वरुण।
Audible. Please continue.
हाँ
Rahul, continue.
तो मेरा क्वेश्चन था कि if anyone have a question regarding the master franchisee, we can discuss. Otherwise, we can go with the second brand, which is called as the Figaro Pizza.
So I have a question. What are the areas or cities we are focusing in right now?
So we are open for tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 and tier 4 cities because this is a concept where यहाँ पर हर बंदा खोल सकता है। बिकॉज आज मैं नेबरहुड में कोई ग्रोसरी दुकान खोलने जाऊँ तो TNS इज मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट। और दूसरा क्या है, 24 आवर लाइसेंस दैट इज प्रोवाइडेड बाय यस। तो फ्रेंचाइजी को ये हेडेक नहीं है कि 24 घंटे का लाइसेंस कौन प्रोवाइड करेगा, दैट इज ऑल्सो प्रोवाइडेड बाय द कंपनी।
And what are the criteria to select an ideal location?
So we are always considering a footfall और यहाँ पर हमारा जो minimum population we are considering 2.5 lakh rupees, 2.5 lakh the minimum population, and we are also on an offline and online, मतलब we are doing an omni channel presence. We have our own app through which we are delivering the goods. Even हम Swiggy and Zomato के through प्रोडक्ट को डिलीवर करते हैं ना, we have our own delivery person who deliver the good nearby market. तो दो स्टोर के बीच में we always keep 2.5 kilometer of radius to मतलब open the another store.
Okay.
Rahul, I'm Yogesh.
Yogesh,
So
please.
just want. So Rahul, you mentioned that malls. You said they have a limitation that they need to shut down by 11. So one can open in any other place. So is a residential area be okay for such type of a
Yes,
investment?
so
For example, if the residential.
Yes, in residential we are opening. So residential के अंदर भी we don't have any issues because यहाँ पर क्या है, सारा कुछ pre-packed items आता है। तो अदर नेबर को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती है। इन टर्म्स तो भी कई इश्यूज होते हैं, मेरे डिलीवरी प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट कर रहा है या मेरी टीम मेंबर्स कर रहे हैं, तो वी आर रेडी टू ओपन। सो जब हम यदि बात करते हैं नेबरहुड में या हम रेसिडेंशियल के अंदर, तो लाइसेंस का पार्ट आता है। इफ यू आर इन दिल्ली NCR तो MCD लाइसेंस होता है, और अदर पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री देयर इज एन MCD लाइसेंस व्हिच इज एन इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट। वो लोकली अप्लाई करना होता है, उसके लिए भी हमारी टीम है, बट हम फ्रेंचाइजी उसको लोकली अप्लाई करता है। The license जो 24 hour का license that is provided by the company is a free of cost, and there will be a FSI license तो कंपनी उनको अप्लाई करता है फ्रेंचाइजी के बिहाफ पर। So if I am a franchisee, मुझे FSI license required है। It is a part from the government of India because if you are in F&B business, without FSI license you can't sell a single product.
Okay. And so Rahul, is there a necessity that particular, for example, if there's a house in a residential area, so it need to be in a main road, or like if a house is there in a situation where there are houses close to it, so will that create some kind of a problem for opening these
So definitely
stores?
the location approval is from our side. First of all, we can see the business potential is around 15 to 20 lakh rupees. If it is not a 15 to 20 lakh rupees, we will not allow any partner because you know we have a Rajkumar Rao. Before start, I said that whenever any franchisee is coming into our system, we always say it is our brand. We will never say it is our franchisee. It is our family. So it is become a joint effort to grow that baby, because it is my baby. I have to grow that, and that is only possible when it is choose a right location with the right segment. यदि मुझे कुछ ऐसे for the sake of enjoyment खोलना होगा, then it become problem because at the end of the day, we are a private limited company. We are opening a 10,000 store. And currently we have a 200 store live. So मुझे यदि 10,000 करना है, तो every store is profitable and every store should be on a right place.
And is there any kind of a minimum area requirement like 500 square feet, 1,000 square feet in a residential area?
So in residential area, so it totally देखो ये 400 भी होता है, तो we can do it 400 का। बट क्या होता है ना, तो यदि if you are opening a convenience store जहाँ पर ग्रोसरी भी है, डेयरी प्रोडक्ट भी है, फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल भी है, तो एक जो बेस्ट यदि आपको स्टोर बनाना है, तो आई विल से 700 से 800 स्क्वायर फीट होता है। तो बेस्ट शॉप का एरिया होगा जिसमें आपके सारे कैटेगरी ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट ऐड हो सकते हैं।
Okay, got it. Got it. Thanks, Rahul. Thanks.
Hi, Rahul.
Hi, Varun. Hi.
Rahul, if the master franchisee required the support for, opening other units, so what kind of support, TNS will
So,
provide them?
yeah, Varun, so we will take care of the 100% support. So in terms of lead generation, that is always taken care by the Franchise India group. Even the TNS own team is there who is supporting the lead generation. So take an example, we signed a Bihar master franchisee and within 2 months, we have a 10 units. So all the units are made by Franchise India. Thanks to Franchise India team created this model. And apart from that thing, lead generation, training, even we will do what we call as an events. So all the thing is provided by us. Being a master franchisee, he can also refer in their friend circle. He will not involve, but he will refer. Take an example. If I took a master franchisee, if you and me are a friend, I can just refer you. Okay, you can also take the master franchisee, or you can take a unit. So that is a responsibility of the master franchisee.
Any prior experience is required? Any previous experience is required
So,
to take this master
No,
franchisee?
so experience तो मैं नहीं बोलूंगा, but मैं ये बोलूंगा कि वो इस ब्रांड के साथ जीना सीखे and उसके साथ एक खड़ा होके सीखे. If they think that कि यार मैं पैसे लगा दूंगा और सब कुछ कंपनी करेगी तो कोई भी आज की तारीख में नहीं करता. So it should be a collective effort. So we need a partner, जैसे मैंने बोला था, जो मुझे local support कर सके in terms of operations. Indirectly supply chain is taken care by the brand, marketing is taken care by the brand. But जैसे यदि मैं आंध्र प्रदेश में मेरे 10 stores हैं, so they can just discuss with the franchisee कि यार क्या support चाहिए, how we can grow the business together. So we need such profile who can work together rather than ऐसा नहीं उसको 100% dedication से काम करना है. Supervision is required.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I think we're done with the question answer. We can move towards the next brand. So over to you, Rahul, for Figaro Pizza.
Okay. So guys, thank you for the TNS. Now we are coming to the new brand. It's called as a Figaro Pizza. Then someone said कि Figaro Pizza. ये तो पहली बार नाम सुना है किसी ने, Figaro Pizza. So when I said a Figaro Pizza, it is an international brand. So basically it starts from US. और ये ऐसा ब्रांड है तो 40-year-old लेगेसी के साथ चलता है. तो आज की तारीख में यदि मैं बात करूं कि यार मुझे कोई बिजनेस करना है और 40 साल पुराना है, तो आई कैन से मैं उसमें पैसा लगाऊंगा. दूसरा सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट आता है कि आप जब पिज्जा की बात करते हो, इन इंडिया डोमिनोज देयर, पिज्जा हट इज देयर. हमने अभी है ना 2 यूनिट खोली है. फर्स्ट इज इन हैदराबाद. If someone is from a southern part of the country, हैदराबाद में if you have a high-tech city center, no, near a Google building, आप जाइए, टेस्ट करो प्रोडक्ट को. And in Delhi, कालका जी. I can tell you, if you have a pizza lover, तो Figaro Pizza का जो पिज्जा है और other product है is one of the top most. And how I can compare, because आप जब डोमिनोज का पिज्जा खाते हो तो आपके साइड के जो आउटर्स होते हैं वो आप खाते नहीं हो, छोड़ देते हो. यदि आप जब पिज्जा हट की बात करते हो तो पिज्जा हट के अंदर जो आपकी टॉपिंग्स होती हैं वो इतनी सही नहीं होती तो बंदा खाता नहीं है. बट व्हेन आई सेड Figaro Pizza, we have a SOPs which is followed from US along with an Indian. So because we are an Indian, so a lot of SOPs are made through in Indians, but all the जो भी guidelines है US के थ्रू फॉलो होता है. बट जो प्रोसेस बनाने का है, that is the one of the most important thing. We are not using any oil while making a pizza. Domino's के अंदर, when I said Domino's or other brand or maybe some whatever the third brand is there, they will use an oil for creating a pizza, but we are not doing. That is the reason. Yadi, if you have a pizza lover, if you want to start any F&B business, or if you are passionate about any international brand, I would suggest you can take a Figaro Pizza as a single unit or a master franchisee. So we started this Figaro Pizza entered हुआ था इंडिया में through us, when I said us, through a friend global in last December, and currently we sold master franchisee for 8 territories. So when I said 8 territory, the meaning of that sentence, Punjab master franchisee is sold, Delhi NCR, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, and Hyderabad. So Maharashtra को we divided into a 2 parts. So that is the reason 9 masters को हमने देख चुके हैं अभी तक. And every master जो फिगारो पिज्जा के अंदर है, उनको हमने क्या कहा है कि you have to open a one store just like the TNS. But इसके अंदर जो उनकी फ्रेंचाइजी फीस है, we are not charging. अब फिगारो पिज्जा में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है कि बिकॉज इफ यू आर गोइंग इन F&B सेगमेंट, सबसे पहले बोलते हैं कि लोकेशन कौन ढूंढ के देगा. लोकेशन हम ढूंढ के देंगे, अप्रूवल हमारे साइड से होगा. मैन पावर की हायरिंग कौन करेगा, दैट इज आल्सो हायर्ड बाय अस. ट्रेनिंग कौन करेगा, दैट इज 100% ट्रेनिंग फ्रॉम द फिगारो पिज्जा टीम. सप्लाई चेन, 100% सप्लाई ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट इज फ्रॉम द फिगारो पिज्जा. देन किचन इक्विपमेंट, किचन इक्विपमेंट की जो सारी सप्लाई है फिगारो पिज्जा के थ्रू है. इसमें 2 चीजें हैं, मैं आपको स्पेसिफिकेशन शेयर कर दूंगा. इफ यू थिंक दैट कि आई वांट टू जस्ट डू अ लोकल बाय, मैं कहूंगा आप बाय कर सकते हो बट ब्रांड को चेंज नहीं कर सकते. स्पेसिफिकेशन मस्ट बी रिमेन सेम. आता है कि यार कितना मुझे इन्वेस्टमेंट लगता है और किस तरीके से मेरे मॉडल हैं. फिगारो पिज्जा में वी आर वर्किंग ऑन ए 3 मॉडल. फर्स्ट इज कॉल्ड एज अ फूड कोर्ट, जहां पर आपका क्या होता है किसी मॉल के अंदर वी आर ओपनिंग. Second is called as a Delco, which is a delivery and carry out concept. And third is called as a standalone, जहाँ पर हम मतलब standalone means कि high street के अंदर जहाँ पर लोग बैठ के खाते हैं. जो इन्वेस्टमेंट वेरी करती है, that vary from 40 lakh to 60 lakh rupees, जिसमें सब कुछ रेडी होता है. यदि मैं कोई फूड कोर्ट में खोलना चाहता हूँ जिसका स्पेस है 400 to 600 स्क्वायर फीट, 40 लाख रुपीज में बन जाएगा, जिसके अंदर 10 लाख रुपीज की फ्रेंचाइजी फीस भी इंक्लूडेड है फॉर 10 ईयर. मतलब 5+5 का हम एग्रीमेंट करते हैं. एवरी 5 ईयर इज अ रिन्यूअल ऑफ एन एग्रीमेंट, कुछ भी पे नहीं करना फॉर ए यूनिट फ्रेंचाइजी, जिसके अंदर वी आर ऑल्सो चार्जिंग अ रॉयल्टी. अब क्या होता है यार, बहुत सारे ब्रांड है ना, रॉयल्टी आपसे चार्ज तो करेंगे बट वो ये बोलेंगे कि यार आप रॉयल्टी किस लिए ले रहे हो. तो जो मैं आपसे रॉयल्टी ले रहा हूँ, आई एम चार्जिंग 6+2%. 2% विल बी यूज्ड ऑन द मार्केटिंग सपोर्ट. जो नेशनल मार्केटिंग में ब्रांड आपको सपोर्ट कर रहा है, 6% विल बी यूज्ड ऑन द ऑपरेशन पार्ट. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट थिंग, यदि मैं हर फ्रेंचाइजी को ये बोलता हूँ, मार्केटिंग के अंदर लोकल फ्रेंचाइजी को भी इन्वॉल्वमेंट होना पड़ता है. यदि आप लोकली इन्वॉल्व नहीं होगे तो आपका क्या होता है, मैं अभी जो मेरा सेल है इट विल बी अराउंड 12 to 15 लाख रुपीज, बट इसको मुझे इंक्रीज करने 20 से 25 लाख रुपीज. तो जो मुझे लोकल स्टोर मार्केटिंग करनी पड़ेगी, उसके जो भी सपोर्ट चाहिए इन टर्म्स ऑफ द क्रिएटिव, रेडियो जिंगल में टाइप करना, वो मैं करूंगा. बट सपोर्ट क्या चाहता है, लोकल फ्रेंचाइजी का. सो दिस इज द कमर्शियल फॉर ए यूनिट फ्रेंचाइजी. यूनिट फ्रेंचाइजी के अंदर वी आर ओपन, हम अभी 2 स्टोर ओपन हो चुके हैं एंड वी आर कमिंग इनटू जालंधर. जालंधर में वी आर ओपनिंग इन द मंथ ऑफ जुलाई. जयपुर के अंदर वी आर ओपनिंग इन द मंथ ऑफ जुलाई. वी आर ओपनिंग अ स्टोर इन अहमदाबाद इन द मंथ ऑफ अगस्त. तो अगस्त में गोवा में भी ओपन हो रहा है, मुंबई में भी हो रहा है, अहमदाबाद में भी हो रहा है बिफोर अगस्त, एंड जयपुर में भी हो रहा है, एंड जालंधर में. तो इन इंडिया के अंदर बिफोर अगस्त वी हैव अ 9 स्टोर. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट थिंग, यूनिट फ्रेंचाइजीज. What is visible?
Yes, Rahul. Yes, your voice is.
फिगारो पिज्जा के अंदर गाइस वी हैव वन ऑफ द बेस्ट ऑप्शन कि अभी मेरे पास 14 टेरिटरी बची हैं. तो 14 टेरिटरी का मतलब ये हो गया कि समवन वुड से कि यार मुझे सदर्न पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री लेना है. रीजन के जैसे मैं बात करूं, कर्नाटका, तमिलनाडु, पौंडीचेरी एंड केरला, आई एम रेडी टू गिव दैट वन गाय. इसके अंदर यूनिट बनाने के लिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया की टीम होगी, अदर कंसल्टेंट है हु विल क्रिएट द फ्रेंचाइजी टू देम. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, जो मेरा मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी होगा और एरिया डेवलपर होगा, he can also support locally. Local support क्या होगा, जैसे फिट आउट कराना है तो he can do the fit out by their own team. सप्लाई चेन में हम उसको इन्वेंट्री सप्लाई करेंगे, he can supply to the unit franchisee. He can also refer to their friend circle कि यार आप भी बिजनेस को ले लीजिए, that's not an issue. Conversion, all the thing is the responsibility of the franchise India. कोई मुझे बोलता है कि मुझे ईस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री चाहिए, आई एम रेडी टू गिव ईस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री. बिहार, झारखंड, वेस्ट बंगाल, उड़ीसा, नॉर्थ ईस्ट, दैट इज एन ईस्टर्न पार्ट. कोई बोलता है कि नहीं यार मुझे ईस्ट और सदर्न पार्ट नहीं चाहिए, आई एम रेडी टू टेक अ सिंगल टेरिटरी. तो मेरे पास बिहार, झारखंड अवेलेबल है, हरियाणा अवेलेबल है, एक्सेप्ट एनसीआर का जो रीजन आता है, जम्मू कश्मीर, कर्नाटका, एमपीसीजी, नॉर्थ ईस्ट, उड़ीसा, केरला, तमिलनाडु, उत्तर प्रदेश. उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर व्हाट वी हैव कीप, उत्तर प्रदेश और उत्तराखंड को हमने एक टेरिटरी बनाया एक्सेप्ट एनसीआर. जो नया एनसीआर का पार्ट है उसको छोड़ के उत्तर प्रदेश को वी आर गिविंग टू एवरीवेयर। यदि कोई फ्रेंचाइजी आता है तो वी कैन। एरिया डेवलपर और मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी में क्या है, हमारा जो कमर्शियल है इज वेरी क्लियर। फ्रेंचाइजी फीस का 50% रेवेन्यू शेयर दिया जाएगा, जो रॉयल्टी वी आर चार्जिंग 50% उसको दिया जाएगा। तो वी आर चार्जिंग 10 लाख रुपीज एज अ सिंगल यूनिट, तो 5 लाख रुपीज गोज टू द एरिया डेवलपर। जो फ्रेंचाइज रॉयल्टी है तो मेरा भी एवरेज सेल है 15 लाख रुपीज, तो यदि 15 लाख रुपीज पर मैं बात करूं 6+2 होता है, तो फ्रेंचाइजी को जो मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी और एरिया डेवलपर होगा उसको 3+1 होगा। तो 1% जो एरिया डेवलपर होगा दे कैन ऑल्सो सपोर्ट इन द लोकल स्टोर मार्केटिंग। एरिया डेवलपर और मास्टर फ्रेंचाइजी का एग्रीमेंट हम 10 ईयर्स का कर रहे हैं। एवरी 10 ईयर इज अ रिन्यूअल ऑफ एन एग्रीमेंट एंड विद 30% ऑफ द रिन्यूअल फीस। यहाँ पर हमें क्या कर रहे हैं, रिन्यूअल फीस चार्ज कर रहे हैं आफ्टर 10 ईयर्स। फर्स्ट रिफ्यूजल ऑफ राइट हमेशा एरिया डेवलपर के पास ही होंगे। यदि उसको लगता है कि उस टेरिटरी के अंदर उसको यदि किसी बंदे के साथ काम नहीं करना, तो वी विल नॉट डू अ वर्क। यदि वो कहेगा कि हाँ यार मुझे ये बंदा सही नहीं लग रहा फॉर एनी रीजन, वी विल नॉट साइन अ फ्रेंचाइजी टू देम। We can give a clear authority to area developer कि he can develop the territory with Franchise India, Friend Global or anyone else. Thank you guys.
Great, Rahul, great. It's a very good model. And I request to everyone, if anyone wants to, know in depth for this particular, financials, and you have any query, feel free to contact our toll-free number. Feel free to send us some mail on our official email ID. We are there to support you. We are always there to, provide you the complete details. We are there to help you, support you, guide you with the best of the best business opportunity in entire India, because Franchise India have a legacy more than 25 years. So we are there to support you till the deal. Once the deal done, all is yours. Over to you, Neha.
Thank you. Rahul, I have a query. Do we have, expansion in Pune also?
Yeah. We can give a unit franchisee in Pune because master is already signed. So
But all locations we are booked already, in which we
So-
are not looking at extensions.
So master franchisee, I said 9 territories are booked, but we are open for other unit franchisee across pan India, tier 1, tier 2 cities. So Maharashtra, Goa, Punjab, Delhi NCR, Rajasthan, Hyderabad. Master franchisees are already sold. Gujarat also. Apart from that thing, other territories are open for giving a master franchisee. And guys, I can tell you one thing, this is a one-time opportunity. If you're getting an international brand in a very low cost where Franchise India is involved, I can say you can take their franchisee. And I can, apart from that thing, before you can taste the product, I can tell you, you can go to my store in Hyderabad and Delhi, you can taste the product. Once you will taste, I will say you can buy that franchisee. This is a confidence on product. When I said a confidence, it is only possible कि जब मैंने टेस्ट किया है, मेरे अदर पार्टनर ने टेस्ट किया है. This is the one of the best pizza in Indian market right now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so very much for your time, Rahul. Wonderfully explained. Thank you so very much. So thank you so much for your time, everyone. I believe that the brand deals and insight show will greatly benefit you to choose the right option for your business plan. If your questions were not answered during the live event, we plan to get back to you within the next day or two. Also, you will receive an email on your registered mail ID just after this webinar. I request you to share your questions and feedbacks on your mail. Also, you can get in touch with us on our hotline number, which is 9717683838. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thank you so much.